Okay, legit, I had to like mentally prepare myself for an hour. As always, I have the ceremonial opener. Let's get this thing unboxed. Oh, it's freaking huge. Yeah, no, don't break it. Ugh. Oh, shit, guys. Ooh. There's the big stand. Star Wars The Mandalorian. It's just absolutely beautiful looking. Really nice clean lines on this. Looks like that's it on this side. And then on the back, looks like we have some landing gear. Wow, dude, the weathering on this. Oh my god. We'll do some close-ups on this stuff, but I think it's kind of odd how they didn't paint the struts. They just painted the armor for the outside. That's okay. We'll get some close-ups of this. And then it looks like we have two of our bounties here. I can't really tell who it is. It looks like there's a Rhodian, and then I don't know what he is. We'll check that out. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. I don't know which way to open it. Ah! Okay. Excuse me. This is nerve-wracking. Oh my god. Okay. Here we go. Dude. Oh my god. Okay, alright, so the first things I'm pulling out are these little holders. It's gonna be to display it in flying mode. And then we've also got a Mando vintage collection. And we've got some card back figures here. 3.75 Off-World Jawa Elder, which I believe was released. So this isn't an exclusive, but it is unpunched, which is awesome. And then also on card back, we have the exclusive Grogu, the Razor Crest vintage collection. 3 3/4 scale with the chrome pram. This is gorgeous. I love the artwork on the back too. This is a gem. This is not gonna get opened. This is definitely staying unpunched. I think these are probably gonna go in cases. Everybody loves that Grogu. Okay, we have our next bounties. I really wish they would have done some kind of rub and buff or silver or something on these. I'll end up doing it myself, but a little bit of contrast in the bounties would have been really nice. And then there's just this kind of odd hole in the back of them. I don't know what that's about, but not that I'm complaining. I'm not complaining. That's a nice addition. Definitely a nice addition. Here's the two front-mounted laser cannons. Heavy laser cannons, nice. They even put the heat distortion on the end of the barrels there. This looks really good. Oh god, I'm loving the weathering on this so far. The weathering is perfect. Okay, is that it for? Yeah, that's it for figures and extras and goodies. Although I want to say there's something like 30 guns that come with this thing. But let's take out one of the engines. Oh my god. Okay, for context, like, this thing is effing massive. Oh, here's a good comparison. Hofspeeder, and this is one engine for the Razor Crest. Jeebers. Okay. So the engine comes out, it looks like there's a little bit of cowling that comes with it, so if you wanted to do like a damage or something, you could pop the cowling off. I'm gonna keep that on. God, let's take a look at some close-ups of the weathering on this engine. I mean, this is just absolutely gorgeous. Look at all of this wash they did in here. It's not quite a black wash. It's got kind of like a brown rusty color to it. And then it's got the beautiful, you can see the heat marks on the engine cowling. This is just freaking gorgeous. Really looks like a kind of a pod racer engine, I always thought. So same thing on this side. The cowling does come off. The inner workings of the engine look a little bit different than the other side, which is nice. And the actual piece itself that you can pull off the Razor Crest is a different size, which is good. I'm glad they didn't just flip-flop it. Okay, here comes the body. Ooh. Dude, this thing has some weight. Oh my gosh. Look at the size of this thing. Jesus Christ. Okay, all right, let me get this cleaned up a little bit here. All right, so let's pop this bad girl in here. Oh, nice satisfying click when she pops in. Oh, my Lanta. Look at this beauty. Hey, be careful, dude. You could bust one of these doors off so easy. Oh, oy vey. There we go. All right, so there she is in the landed position. Let's get these guns on. I have to tell you, when we started Mandalorian, the first time I saw the Razor Crest, I hated it. And then by episode 3, it was my favorite ship. Other than an X-Wing, of course. Okay. So there she be. Let me get this out of the way. So legitimately, I think if this is all we got, I'd still be happy, but there's still so much more to this thing. I don't even know where you really start. So I guess we'll start here. Oh God, I hate doing this. So you can pop off this top portion here, and then we have an escape pod. I think it's kind of odd that they didn't put an acrylic... Damn it. I think it's kind of odd that they didn't put an acrylic window. It's just black plastic in the front here. That could be replaced, I suppose. But I don't think... I know a lot of collectors are talking about customizing their Razor Crest. I don't think I'm going to do anything with the Razor Crest itself. Like I said, I might do something with the bounties and carbonite, but I don't think I'm actually going to alter the structure of this thing at all. But this escape pod is really cool, and the weathering on it looks really good. I don't know why this thing totally reminds me of a Jedi comlink for some reason. Okay, and then it also, I believe the back comes off. There's supposed to be a button you can press. I'll very gently try to pop this open. Ah, okay, so there's a back panel that comes off, and then it looks like... Whoa, check it out. There's a dual heavy blaster cannon behind here. What? I didn't even know this. Check this out. I didn't even know this was part of the Crest. Cool. Now I know that the landing ramp opens as well. So this just pops open like that. Oh, cool. It's got actuating pistons as well. So it's got these little actuating pistons with the loading ramp, which is too cool. So this opens as well. And then again, you have that kind of blue look on the inside here. Now this apparently is the button you press. Whoa! Oh my gosh. Look at the section that comes out of this thing. Oh my lord. I'm geeking out so hard right now. So here on the interior, we've got this kind of cool webbing that we got to see in the show. There's also a couple built-in packs and kind of built-in stuff on here, but I know that there's a baggie with a lot of extras that you can put in. Okay, so in the bag, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 satchels. 9 different satchels that we can hang inside of here, along with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15, 16 different rifles and 3 thermal detonators. That is awesome, and I just love the little frickin' thermal detonators. The only thing I'm going to have to do with these detonators is definitely come in and put little yellow dots and a little red dot on these just to make sure that they look the way they're supposed to. So I believe that this side pops open as well. I hate myself for even using a knife, but all this stuff is really stiff because it's fresh. But I do want to pop this off. Ooh. All right, that's nerve-wracking. Okay, so that might be kind of hard to see on camera there, but this entire side pops off. And then you can see the interior along with what I believe is his storage. Oh, okay, this is the carbonite chamber right here. How cool is this? I wonder if the bounties fit in the carbonite chamber. And it would appear that, yep, one of the bounties will fit inside the carbonite chamber. That is too legit. I love this thing. Oh my god, I love it. Oh man, I love it. Okay, all right. I think that's it for stuff that pops open in the middle. Let's take a look at the cockpit. Okay, so this has got to pop open this way. Yeah. Oh, there we go. I love the design of the Razor Crest cockpit. It is so cool. Wow, look at the frickin' detail on the inside of this cockpit, man. How perfect is that? Now, does this door open? Okay, so that's kind of a bummer. It's a little nitpick, but the door doesn't open from the cockpit into the main body of the Razor Crest. Not a huge deal, but would have been cool. Oh, it looks like there's more panels that open. This thing is like the Winchester Mystery House. There's so many panels that open on it, I can't find them all. So I'm gonna put this whole thing back together and start decorating. All right, so there's your Mandalorian meat freezer. Oh man, this thing is so cool. I'm gonna get some tweezers and build the gun locker, and then we're gonna switch it over to flight mode and get it on this display stand. All right, well, after much trial and error, unfortunately, my hands are too big to get the figures inside. I can't actually get any of the blasters or the pistols or rifles into the cabinet. So maybe I'll have to ask Mrs. X-Wing to use her delicate lady fingers to get those in there. But let's pop out these struts. Let's get the display up here and get this thing in flight mode. Look at that. I wonder if my product rotator could handle this thing. Let's find out. Oh, she's a big girl. Man, I was worried it was gonna fall. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little sketchy, but this is too cool. I'm sorry, I literally can't even stop staring at it. This has to be my favorite collectible I've ever owned. Legit, this thing is just beautiful. Especially from a vintage collection standpoint, this has much tighter seams. It feels like to me it has much tighter seams. It has a lot better weathering on it. It has just a lot more features than really any other vintage collection ship that we have. And I know that this is a Haslab, so it's going to be a little bit higher quality, but even then, I was really expecting a couple problems to plague this thing when it came to, you know, the landing gear. I've been trained well by Hasbro to not trust landing gear, to not trust the little pop hold-ins for all of the different panels on here, but everything is tight enough actually that it's a little sketchy when you're popping this thing open for the first time and taking the panels off. It kind of feels like they're gonna break, but once you pop them back in, they are rock solid. They're good and tight. So good and tight. I friggin' love this thing. I don't know what else to say. I friggin' love it, man. I absolutely love it. So in closing, how am I feeling about this thing? Well, first off, I want to thank Star Wars Santa so much, my good friend, for holding on to this. Make sure you go check out his channel as soon as you get the chance. He does wonderful live streams. Check him. He's on almost every single morning. Absolutely love his live streams. Go check that out. And when it comes to the Razor Crest itself, I could not be happier. I absolutely love this thing. To me, it was worth every penny. Don't tell Mrs. X-Wing. And it's going to proudly be displayed behind me for many, many years to come. That's going to be it for today. As always, I am X-Wing. May the Force be with you, and I will see you guys on the next one.